Yo, what's up? It's Dear Embr, and I'm going to show you very quickly and very efficiently how to sound like Donda, the album. All of it in one little sitting. We're going to do it. Let's go. So first you're going to want to get a little processing chain. I use some compression, some EQ, and some reverb, and then you're going to record anything that comes to your mind first, and pretty much we're just going to push play. So here we go.
Embr, 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 Embr.
Oh my god, I got it right on the head. All right, anyway, I'm totally just messing with you guys. So we have this little project over here that I've built within the past day or so, just trying to figure out what it is that Donda really, sounds like. So I've been listening to it a bit. I really do enjoy it. It's pretty good. I would check it out. It's pretty long, but hey, go for it. So to start, I went and picked out a little bit of a sample from a gospel church choir. So I know that Kanye likes to use a lot of different samples like that. So I decided to get a little piece of it from an hour clip and find something that kind of was a cool intro to the song. So here's what that sounds like.
Thank you, Jesus. Come on, think about his goodness. Come on, think about his mercy. Thank you, Lord. Bless your name, Jesus.
So yeah, that delay is just automating at the end, so then it gives it that little effect that sounds like it could be a cool intro to a Kanye song. And then what I did is I went to Splice and I found some choir samples. So I'll kind of go through them. Here's what they sound like. Chopped it up.
Oh, yeah.
And that's pretty much all the key pieces. And then I went in and made a little part over the beat I made. So now we're going to get into the beat. First of all, I went to this pad because I liked the sound originally, but I wanted to, mix it up a bit. I've noticed that Kanye likes his pads a little more distorted, and they're honestly very minimal beats. So it's just honestly the pad and the drums and the bass. So here's what the pad sounded like originally. Put a little bit of distortion on it and a little bit of EQ to make it kind of more of a lo-fi feel of a pad, just so then we can give the bass some room in the low end. Cool. And then what I did, went to an 808, found kind of a less distorted 808, more of just sub bass with a little bit of a kick punch. And I've noticed that, some of Kanye's classic sounds are a lot less distorted basses, and they're just more really good low end sounding basses. So I went for that here. Yeah, added a little bit of bit crusher on there as well, just to let it kind of get through on the mix, especially on the phone. We want to make sure we hear that bass. And then hopped over to Output Arcade and found a really cool little vocal sample that's just super reverbed out, and thought it would be cool for contrast since it's a very simplistic beat. There's not really much happening, so we want to add some depth. Honestly, just go for what you hear first. Just found that and I looped it. Then, chopped up that choir, and here's what I did with it. And honestly, that sounded pretty fire already. Then, just added some super simple drums. I'm talking literally I have a block, and then I have a snare that comes in a little bit later, but that's about it. Also added some shakers that I found instead of hi-hats in Arcade. To be honest, I was actually really nervous about trying to figure out what this Donda sound would be like, but then I realized there's really not that much to it. It's literally just freaking bass, kick, block, wood block, hit, snare, and some choir shit, which Kanye loves that, and some wavy little pad. And honestly, that's really all it is. And then it's just Kanye saying something that's somewhat repetitive. I arranged a little bit of this beat just so we can show some contrast of what maybe he would do with the beat to make it a little bit different. So, mainly on this main part, right when the beat drops, it's just kind of an instrumental where the choir is mainly the main vocal. And then I have that cut out, and right there, it's just the beat with everything in there except for the choir and the shakers. And that's just gonna kind of be where the verse would lay, and then the shakers come in, and then it drops out where it's just the 808, just the little vocal stuff, and a little bit of the choir, and then it brings out into where there's the block again, and then it is the chorus. Honestly, it's just not much. There's really not much to it, so I'm just gonna play the beat for you guys. all it really is. It's just finding like a vibe, and then Kanye just goes on it and says some stuff that may or may not be influential. If you like this video, be sure to dislike it and don't engage with it at all whatsoever. If you have anything positive words to say to me, please just don't say them, and unsubscribe. You know, block me on all of my socials, which are listed right here. And hey, if you are looking to become a better producer, you should check out my home studio toolkit, where I have a comprehensive list of all my plugins and gear that I use. So you should definitely not check that out. It's really not that useful. I would not recommend it. I'll see you guys in the next video, or not. Who knows? Peace.